Well, good morning, everyone. I thought I'd do a quick haul for you and show you what I picked up yesterday. It was a big day, very busy day. And I got some lovely things and some unusual things, as usual. Unusual. But let's go quickly through them. Let's start with some of the jewellery. Picked up some cute little brooches, not worth a lot, but that's a Tassie Devil. A little silver cat with crushed turquoise. It was like a bargain for $3. A couple of little brooches. This one needs a clean, but it's extremely sweet and it's handmade and vintage. This was off a little tourist plate from Chile that I've taken it off because I'm going to put a bar back on it and turn it into a brooch. It's extremely cute, love it. Some fun earrings, just tribal sort of silver with a ceramic bead on the top. Cute little cloisonne pendant. This is a vintage from the 1930s, a tourist bracelet from Paris, which is silver plated. It's very, very sweet, so I couldn't resist. I also got this really odd pickup, and I really just bought it because I'd never seen anything like it. It is a knight, obviously with a shield. It looks handmade. I think it's possibly pewter. The chain is definitely giving me pewter vibes. It has a really interesting clasp, which I've never seen before, which is this sort of little barrel that plugs into the other side and then you twist. But anyway, we're doing a little bit more research on that. I also got this little religious item. It's from Russia. It's a genuine antique, and it's just beautiful. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. So unusual, but pick up. A little bit of a New Zealand influence here. This gorgeous badge. I'd say that's Powie shell on wood, handmade. Really beautiful, not badge, sorry, brooch. Couple of earrings, little carved earrings, which I liked, and then this little necklace, which is really, really sweet. And then onto the little knicky-knacks. I got a Tanala cat, a Dansk. I thought it was a snail, which is really weird because of course it's not. It's got a tail, I think. It's a cow, and it's from Dansk, the collab they did in Japan with Japan designers. Also a little Canadian soap carved bird. He's so cute. And when I googled this to see the history of it, it actually came up with pictures of real birds. So that shows you it was a good modelling. Then I've got a few little utensils, nothing too fancy. Just, you know, I really like this sort of shape, this little gravy spoon. It's definitely vintage. Can't find anything bad about it though. This is from Norway, cheese slicer, and this is a German vintage bottle opener. The little duckies for my lovely Siobhan, who just probably will never be over ducks now that she's introduced them to me. This is just a resin frame, but I really liked it. I've got a few prints at home that I want to put in that. I picked up a bag, which I never normally do. This is, it's called something, something not Hermes. It was quite a funny name. I'll have to look it up. I've just forgotten. It's very early in the morning. But yes, very cool. Little cup and saucer set. Made in Spain. Just really fun to see the little set together. A little tea bowl. Of course, an Ikebana vase, because as soon as I put that into the universe, one manifested. And not only did it manifest, but it manifested the base. Another base, and then a third base. That's a piece from Israel, Lapid, Israel. Very nice, very, very, very nice. I did pay up for that one. That was $40. So and then onto some wood. This lovely, it's a hand carved wooden apple, but its stem is broken, but I'm going to organise to fix that because it was just too good to leave. It was only $8. I also got this, which is a hue and pine lidded bowl. It also is broken, but I'm going to sand that down. I'm going to get my son to help me. He's very, very good with wood. So we're going to make that look gorgeous again, and that was made by some clever fellow called Richard Hill. So yeah, happy with that. Picked up this little knick-knack. It's just a little copper container. That was from the first shop I went to where everything was ridiculously expensive, so I just felt like I had to buy something. These are not that vintage, I don't think they're vintage at all, but they're a really cute little shape and they're from Korea. My gorgeous little girl here, she's so sweet. I've bought smaller versions of these before. She's from Belgium, vintage, and it's like a sandstone carving. But it's absolutely gorgeous, adorable. And then in the background, we've got this incredible tray, which has got the most beautiful enameling I've ever seen in my life. I picked this up from a place called Habitat for Humanity, which we don't have them in Australia. And that was probably one of the best op shop experiences I had because it was really large and it had a bit of everything. The prices weren't, you know, they were a mixture. This was $50, 50 New Zealand dollars, so 40 Australian, but I thought it was worth it. And it's on copper, so it needs a little bit of a tender care, but I'll be very gentle with it. I also picked up this handmade necklace, which is a little bit unusual for me to pick something like this up, but I really like the texture and I thought it was really cute. So yeah. I also managed to jag this beautiful, it's called liquid silver. And it's a QOC, I think is the term, Native American maker. And it is silver and it has a little mark on here. Just one second. So you can see here, sorry, it's very, very focused, but they'll always have a little sun symbol like this if you ever see them in the wild. And then it says 925 and QT. It's really, really lovely. Probably valued at about $100, I would say, with the turquoise. And that was a score, that was $15. So that was, I was starting to get excited when I was finding a few of these other things, because that's when I realized I still was going to be okay and I was going to find some good stuff. So in the same shop that I bought that, I also bought this, which is a handmade brooch slash necklace. It has a name scratched on the back for Reg, R-E-G. Could be Reg, could be R-E-G. I don't know anything about this yet other than that it's obviously got a story to tell. So I'll be doing some research about that. And although it's not marked silver, it's definitely silver. I also picked up these earrings from the same shop. Now these are just grubby and grubby as could be, but as soon as I saw them I knew they were silver. They're very thin, but they have a tiny wee mark on them, which I've already found, which I can't find right now, but it's definitely there. And these are going to look amazing when they're cleaned up. They're very thin, but I think from an earring point of view, they look really good. I tried them on and they're going to, yeah, they're just a real statement earring, but they're not very heavy, so that's really good. These are just some clip-ons that I feel might be silver. So I bought them on a punt, they were really cheap. Another sort of surprise thing that I bought, which is not my style, is this ring. And it's gorgeous, don't get me wrong, it's very, very pretty. Pretty coloured stone and everything, but it was only $50. And I'm not sure if the stone is real. It has a small chip here. And I'm not sure whether these are diamonds, but the interesting thing about it, other than that, and there is one missing though, so I'm really looking at this as a vehicle for other things, is that it has 9-carat gold on the band inside, and then underneath in the actual, this camera, see back there, that says 935, which is quite an unusual number. So I'm not sure whether these are diamonds and this is genuine. It's probably an emerald. But anyway, it was worth a punt. Again, it was 50 New Zealand dollars, which is 40 Australian dollars. So no loss there as far as I know, I can tell. And then the two main features of the show are these two. These I bought from a proper antique shop or dealer, jewelry dealer. I'm not going to tell you how much they were because they were a lot, but they're really cool. This is a moonstone, as you can see, absolutely gorgeous. Really interesting design and quite a large size. So I haven't measured them yet, but it's on me. Yeah, it fits really nicely. So if you have a sort of slightly bigger finger, then this might be the sort of ring that would suit you. I know that, you know, it's obviously very varied for everyone. And this is my showstopper. This is gorgeous. Look at that. Again with the labradorite. So pretty. Just looks like a dream inside there, you know, a little wonderland with the turquoise. Again, this is silver. Nice big band, and it is quite a big ring again. So yeah, I'm trying to share the love out there. So anyway, that's the haul for now. One of my favorites. I think I'm loving this little Madonna and Child. I really like those as well. I love her. But, you know, I love all of it, of course. And the bag, I'm not sure what I'm doing with that, but it was just too cute. And it was $6, so, you know, why not? Anyway, we'll see how we go today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch up with you later. And I'll post this on YouTube, so hopefully you'll see it soon. Bye now.